Mr. Snips returns. That's the orange random player in this cherry field 4 versus 4 RT. 2 orcs on my team, an orc and a night elf on the enemy team. And God knows what else, because we're random. And that's the point of random. Oh, it's orc. Alright, I'm at the back. Okay, I get you. I've got this idea. Well, actually, no, this it's a copy of an idea. I can't remember the exact build order for it, but you may have seen it previously in the game, where Granty and Albert have done this before, where they're basically fast tech, ASAP, but they get 2 heroes. 2 heroes as soon as the tech finishes, like super early on. So that's what I'm going to try and do. But it's not going to be so good in the 4 versus 4. It's going to have less impact, that's for sure. But we'll give it a go. Give it a try. Generally tends to be like summon heroes or something like that. So I think I need to try and work out in my head what it is I need. So 50 woods. 240. I'll just give it like an... I'll probably just tech now and assume that that's going to be enough. But I'm not exactly sure. It should be close enough. It won't be absolutely perfect because I don't know the exact build to get it going, but it's alright. Probably Wyverns as well. Let's see, what am I going? Be like Dark Ranger, Fire Lord, Dark Ranger. Fire Lord's so weak, but could still give him a chance. Yeah, Fire Lord, Naga Sea Bitch. Right, next ones to come in can basically build what needs to be built.
What do you want? Something you're doing? Be happy to. What do you want? Something you're doing? Yes.
I wonder if that peasant can get there.
Work complete.
I love it when they got negative stats. It's always so good. I think that peasant can make it there in time.
Work complete.
Ideally, you'd have a shop here as well. So, I won't be able to get that, but I can always build a shop. Just got to concentrate on my shizzle.
Yes.
Now, tech is complete. Peon's almost there, so it's pretty much accurate. Considering this is a wild stab in the dark, and I haven't practiced this. We'll see.
We need more lumber. We need
Oh, so close to the lumber. Come on, lumber. Any more lumber?
Yes. We need more lumber.
I will not
What
betray
you want?
you.
Fire away.
Wow, that's interesting. Someone got the map pack on. What were you doing there?
We're under attack.
What the fuck is he doing there, in all honesty?
Our town is under attack.
Oh, here comes some more map hack. No scouting whatsoever, but they're in my base.
We're under attack. Work complete.
Strong map hacking team on the enemy team. Definitely purple. Very strong map hack going on here. I could just TP back. I suppose I'll TP back and deal with this, and then I'll go and creep away. Because we'll be able to clear this up easily. Oh shit, that is one stupid ass fucking Naga Sea bitch.
Fire away. Something you're doing? Build
Was that worth it? He did manage to get away with it. I didn't account. Well, this is another reason why 4 versus 4 RT is not a good place to do this. It's because of a lot of hack. I didn't account for all the map hack that was going to go down. I forgot about people, basically 5 out of 8 people on average map hacking in your standard game. They are terrible allies, at least Yellow is, because he's the worst kind of ally. He's the guy that basically bitches the whole game as though he's the main guy, but does absolutely nothing to prove that he's any more use than I am whatsoever. Now, I'm definitely going to be checking the replay after this. You better believe it. And I've got a special program for it, but I have to put it on afterwards so that I don't get my main account banned, because I won't dare use this program in a real game. This is super levels of map hack at the moment.
We're under attack.
Well, this is definitely well and truly over. And Yellow's done nothing at the moment. It's got beastery and towers at the base of the back. Well, I'd say this is well and truly over. There's no way I can get past this, but I can give you entertainment. So let's check the replay in a moment. I'll come out of Battle.net. I'll keep this recording for the time being. I'll put my finger in, and you'll just see what happens. Believe me, this will be entertaining. Right. Just gotta... because you keep it out of your Warcraft 3 folders. I'd love to keep it in, but I'm not taking any chances of having my account banned. I don't hack whatsoever. I just have this thing that I've recently come across, although it's exists for a long time. It's enemy fog clicker, basically. It just tells you when enemies have clicked on a unit that they technically can't see. And that's exactly what I'm looking for right now. That was real hardcore hack, though. Really hardcore. Because I'm so experienced in the fucking 4 versus 4 RT, I can see that. I mean, it's really obvious. Here we are. Move that over. Really, really obvious. You would never, ever, 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 ever do that. What they did, if you were playing legit. Not in the way that they did it. It's just utterly impossible. Right. Back now. Check single player, and you'll get. This is low level as well. Believe me when I say this, at high level, about 80% people hack, 60 to 80. 60% on a good day, 80% on a realistic day. So you're going to have like 4 to 6 people out of every 8 players, basically on average map hacking away. So let's have some fun with this, shall we? Okay, off we go. You've got to probably start seeing the pings go very early on. We'll see it from my point of view. Where am I? Mr. Snips. Super fast tech. Ping in there. It gets worse. Right from the start, Yellow's just trash talking, doing 0 good.
Work complete. Work complete.
Look at the amount of spam. Honest to God. 5 wood short.
We're under attack.
That was dodgy. I should have checked on that. Why would he be there? I mean, I already need to go back. I forgot about that. But why would you be there? Why, dear God, would you be there? Okay, right. Let's take a look at two things here. They're not showing up, so I'm not sure they've got an advanced version of map hack, because I don't know whether all map hacks can, because you do get undetected map hacks. But let's just take a look at a couple of things. Blue over here, he's at the top, right? He hasn't crept his natural or anything like that. Green at the back here. Both blue and green are heading directly to my base. Not to purples, not to pinks, not to yellows, but my base. Does that not just ring a little bit suspicious? And what was Teal doing in the middle here when he wasn't buying a neutral hero and he wasn't creeping this area? Did he actually see this? We're going to go back and check this shortly, but I just want to continue the replay for the time being. But that, you can see, is real obvious map hack. Unfortunately, unless my thing isn't working. I don't know whether I have to reload Warcraft 3 for it to work, because that might be why it's not working. I'm going to get to the end and I'm going to reload, and then we're going to see whether, because this seems suspicious that nothing's come up, despite it being really obvious that they are map hacking. Really obvious. You just wouldn't be here. You would not be here, not in a million years. Right, okay, let's go back. I'm going to have to stop the recording, which is what I didn't want to do. But yeah, I have to stop it to come out of the game, so back in a mo. Okay, we're back. Just means more hassle for me in the editing process. Let's have another look at this. We'll look at Siege Master's point of view, or Blue's, since he was really suspicious. Because you just don't do that. If you're up at this point, you won't go to the furthest point away from you on the map to straight up harass. It's just unfeasible.
Ready to work. Ready to work.
Alright.
Ready to work.
Red's pinging for a fast expansion. I want to keep an eye on Teal as well when it comes to that point. And I also want to have a look at the time of when I got... Oh, there we go. See, I did need to restart. Player, Peace for Rozek, selected Great Hall, Mr. Snips. He can't do that because he hasn't got any vision of it. So he's already knows. He's pinging to his teammates, telling them to go there. So yes, like I say, if anyone was doubting me before we got to this point in the video that they were map hacking, please uninstall Warcraft 3 and stop watching my videos now, because I know what I'm talking about. I can tell map hackers a fucking mile away, because I play so much 4 vs 4 RT, which is riddled with map hackers. It's like maggots in a corpse. Absolutely riddled with map hackers. So there we go. Blue comes out. He's like, I'm gonna wait for my shop. And then what's the natural thing for me to do? I know what I'll do. I'll go all the way to the opposite corner of the map and harass that base. Oh look, he just selected my Altar of Storms, which you can't even see, because that's the natural thing to do, isn't it? Oh no, he's heading back a little bit. What's he heading back for? Is he waiting for something? No, he's going back. What is he doing? Oh, I see, because he knows. He sees we're here. This is what he sees. They can't see this. They haven't got vision of this yet. But he's moving back and forth because he knows something's going on here. He wants... This is what map hackers is. Another really obvious thing that you can tell. Why would you do that? You would never do that in a normal game if you didn't have map hack. You wouldn't just go back and forth for no reason. He's doing that because he's aware of this peon here and that Blade Master there, and he knows something's up, so he doesn't know whether to harass or not. Now, meanwhile, continuing the game, why is Teal coming up like this? He has no vision. He still hasn't seen anything. Pause the game. He cannot see that. There's no point where he has seen that. So what's he doing here? What's Teal's point being here? He's just kind of waiting. Just kind of hanging around. He's still got zero vision of this. He's kind of waiting to see what happens. You can clearly tell this. That just got pinged, because Blue selected my peon, so we already know Blue hacks. Gallus might also hack, which almost definitely does hack, because why would you do what he's doing right now? But he just doesn't click, which is a real hard thing to do. He goes off a little bit. But then, hang on a second, he turns back round when the first hero is bought. Why would you do that? That's a very odd thing to do, isn't it? Why, if you're playing this map, would you ever, with zero scouting or anything like that, as soon as you start moving left, suddenly turn back and go, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go check out the tavern, because there's bound to be something going on there. There's already 2 hardcore map hackers on the enemy team. 2 of them, at least. So that's half their team, hardcore hack. Blue's on his way. Green's on his way. Now, Green, suspiciously enough... I mean, I guess this is the thing. I didn't get to see the chat. So Blue could be telling Green that this base is clear. But for all I know, Green also map hacks and is on his way. So this, I mean, this is a bad time to do this strategy against such a map hack heavy team. You can't really do this strategy in 4 versus 4. It's hard enough in 4 versus 4. It's got less impact because it's just my 2 heroes against 4 people, 4 teams instead of 1 team. Let alone at least half of their team map hacking. But how's that fission going for you there, Teal? What are you doing here? That's what I thought. As soon as I saw Teal from behind when I was coming down in the game, I thought that was fucking odd. You would never do that. And now I know why. He's still got 0 fission all this time. Why would you go down? You would never do this. You would never do this. And now he's just caught fission. Hello. What's that? Oh, that's a very good reaction, because you just naturally come across a peon there. You'll be expecting that and be expecting to react that fast, wouldn't you? That is fucking dodgy. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, Blue's taking his 0 scout and Green here. This could not be any worse. Do you see what I mean? This could not be a worse scenario. Teal map hacking, coming to intercept and try and screw over our rush. I've got 2 of the enemy players also inside of my base, which has 0 defense apart from a burrow, with 0 scout, just going straight there. So I'm against 3 people at least at this point. That is some strong map hack. So we go back and we're like, okay, maybe we can salvage this. We'll just go back, defend it, and see how we go. But because they know what's going down, they just send all of their armies there. They've all massed. Pink's got a fair bit of units, but I didn't really see anything he made. Purple built a few grunts. Yellow didn't really build anything himself. So we were down on a lot of units. You've got all these fiends coming over. Got Green. He hasn't got too many units himself, though, to be fair. Blue hasn't got too many units, but they had this kind of mass in the end of it. Sitting here. Not sure exactly when it happens. But this was too much. That's it. So Teal, mostly Teal with his archers, and a bit of Green as well. And we couldn't really fight versus this much range, despite the fact that obviously I haven't had any help up until this point, apart from Purple. You need people to react far quicker. Pink's up there. Yellow's still doing nothing. So there was no way to salvage this game. Believe me, I would have tried. If we knew that I could survive, despite having that prick on my team, complaining, I still would have played the game through to see what we could have done with it. But there's 0 comeback here. That is some massive hardcore hack. The only person... Oh, Solitaire clicked... Well, no. That's not necessarily map hack. If it's just 1, then it's probably not it. But if someone's done it multiple times, it's very obvious. But the way it works, right, is it will let you know. If I, for example, this archer's here. You go to my vision. I can't see it. If I click on that archer, it will come up and say, Gagoo clicked on archer at said time. The only time where that would be legit, and where this program would mistake it as map hack when it wasn't, is if I had a sentry ward there, some sort of invisible unit, or if I had a unit that died there and I had vision of the archer for like 1 to 2 seconds, and the click is basically the delay. So I'm pinging on that archer because I can see it, because I had a unit that died there. I'm losing my vision, but I haven't quite lost it yet. And then 2 seconds later I got this vision. But the program thinks it's map hack, but it isn't. It's just simply a delay of clicking on the unit. But that's it. Otherwise, these other ones coming from Blue, 100% map hack. Teal hanging around there for ages, then going left, and then going back on himself with zero vision. He didn't. You thought he might have got a little bit of glimpse there. That's what I thought. He might have glimpsed like Purple's hero stand there. He never did. Not one point did he get any vision whatsoever. Comes straight down as soon as the Fire Lord's made. Why would you do that? And Green, following Blue's instructions, more like. It's less likely that Green was map hacking. I don't think Red was map hacking. So I think they were just following. Teal and Blue, 100% map hack. Red and Green could be map hackers, but no solid proof of that. But these two, my fucking god. Blue obviously gave it away with the fog clicks, and Teal gave it away with just the blatant obviousness of what he was doing. So there you go. This was actually kind of fun to show you what this program does. So that was good in itself that I had this opportunity to show that, and I haven't actually done that yet, and I've only recently, very recently, as in like yesterday, put this program on, and I'm very careful. I've always got to remember to remove the programs from my Warcraft free folder. You're very unlikely, because a lot of people actually play with this program on the ladder, but like all third-party programs, it's technically illegal. The only one that I actually use would technically be the what's it called? It's the auto keys, where I change my hotkeys to 7, 8, 4, 5, 1, 2 from the numpad to F1 to F6. So that way it's easier for me to press the buttons. That's the most hacking that I do, is change the hotkeys, which you can legitimately do anyway. So far I haven't had any problems with having that program running in the background, but like all third-party programs, you can't be sure. So this is one less that I certainly don't want running on. Plus it is, in a sense, a map hack in its own way. If you run it during the game and see that someone's clicking your units and it's telling you you're being fog clicked, you can take a good guess that you're about to get screwed over, especially if it's like an expansion. Someone has clicked on your town hall or your peasant or whatever as you're creeping that area, or clicked on your hero or whatever it is whilst you're creeping that area, or building an expansion. You got a good inclination that someone's about to attack you, so that's going to change how you play. And then if that happened to me and I was playing online, I'll be like, alright, okay, I know now not to go off and attack someone, or not to go off and creep to the next bit. I'm going to stand here and wait by my expansion and wait until those towers have gone off, because someone is almost definitely going to creep me right now, creep jack me. So that's the reason why you shouldn't use this program online. Only use it for replays, because the game's over. It's done with. This is no map hacking or anything. This is just telling me that I got map hacked hard that game. So yes, that was fucking bad. So that's the last time I try that strategy in 4 vs 4 RT. You basically can't do much of anything in 4 vs 4 RT, because there's at least going to be one hacker. You can't do anything too secretive, but you can at least try to give yourself a bit of a chance. I don't know how to put this, but basically hackers screw the game over. They screw any game over. They basically ruin fun, as it were, because I can't truly enjoy the game, because my fun strategy there wouldn't have been that effective anyway in a 4 vs 4 RT. But it was utterly smashed down by the map hackers, who knew 100% what was happening at all times. So they killed any of the fun that could have been in that game. Any of the fun, zero. They killed it completely. So yeah, death to hackers, pretty much. Utterly game killers. And there's nothing to benefit. What are you getting from map hack? Seriously. The only people that will benefit from a map hack are basically sadistic people that sort of get a kick at screwing other people over, which there are a few of those about, and that's sort of, I can understand that. I like to screw people over every now and then, like team kill or something like that, in like mostly in a friendly manner, not like in the actual ladder games, because that's unfair, but only if they really have it coming to them. But like in team games like versus Albert or something, I might kill his archmage or something like that for fun every now and then. But to hack every single game, what are you doing? It's like, what is your goal? What is your purpose? Say for example you map hack, you get rank 1. What then? What have you achieved? That means absolutely nothing. That's always the funniest thing that gets me, is it they must have like some sort of delusion where they believe that they've achieved something. Like if they do anything with this map hack, it doesn't count. Also, to someone like me who plays legit, you can do the most amazing things in the game, but if you map hack, anything you do counts for zero. It's absolutely nothing. You may as well not played at all because it counts for nothing. It doesn't matter that you're like rank 1. If you map hack to get there, it means absolutely nothing. You are a level 1 peon, in my opinion. That's how I see it. But obviously there's enough people out there that hack that sort of have this kind of delusion in their head that they're actually accomplishing, that they're achieving something, that they're a good person or a good player of some sort. But it's kind of hilarious because that's the actual opposite. So you've got to be properly delusional to be hacking. But anyway, I think I've rambled on enough, and I think we had some fun with that. So I'm going to cut it off now. And now you've got a slight inclination of what I deal with in 4 versus 4 RT. And remember, this is low level. Super low level. It's like a level 3 account. At high level, almost everyone hacks. So imagine having to play versus that every game. It's very stressful. So thank you for watching. This has been Woody. Please subscribe, like and comment. I'll see you later.